In the name of Almighty Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. This is the part 2 of our lecture series on the nature of the Quran. As we started 2 weeks ago, or 3. But at the end part of the part 1, we read a hadith that went to say that the last Ramadan the Prophet Muhammad lived or saw, he revealed the Quran to Angel Gabriel 2 times. And those 2 reviews were identical, meaning it's the same way he reviewed the Quran 2 times. Now, in the 7 letters, as we may mention in the past. Now, as we said, 3 things happened during the last and after the last 2 reviews. 1. The last 2 reviews, some of those 7 letters were omitted, during which our master Zayd bin Sabit was present with Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. And from those 2 reviews that were the same, meaning identical, the carpet of Abu Bakr was drafted from, as well as the carpet of Usman bin Affan. May Allah bestow his blessing upon the 2 of them. Now, let us, before we proceed, let us know who was our master Zayd bin Sabit. Not from his biographic standpoint, but with his connection of the Quran drafting. Zayd bin Sabit was the head of the Quran draft committee for both Abu Bakr and Usman. And before that, he was one of those, the Prophet, those 3 or 4 or 5, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself entrusted them with the writing of the Quran parchment. Now, let us go back again. Some were asked why Zayd bin Sabit was chosen to be the head of Usman and Abu Bakr Quran draft committee. The reason was he was present at the last 2 reviews of the Quran to Angel Gabriel during the last Ramadan that Prophet Muhammad observed. I think that is clear. Now, let us proceed. Number 2, during the last 2 reviews of our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, to our master Angel Gabriel, in the last Ramadan, he, peace and blessing be upon him, did not read some of those ways that the Quran was revealed to him in those 7 letters. Meaning, the 7 letters that Prophet Muhammad told us that Angel Gabriel revealed the Quran to him in them, he did not read them, all of them, during the last 2 reviews in the last Ramadan that he saw. He only said one, used one. Therefore, those ways that some of those ways that were not read by Prophet Muhammad during the 2 last reviews, as mentioned above, we are considered omitted. Number 3. The 3rd issues is when our master Osman, and that happened after the death of the Prophet Muhammad. Meaning, the 3rd issues is when our master Osman bin Affan realized and got afraid that the Ummah, meaning the Muslims, the Islamic nation, the people of Islam, shouldn't have different among themselves over the different Quran um, recitation, he in and again when he received a message that 17 of those that memorized the Quran were killed in a battle, he decided to unite the Islamic nations or Islamic nation in 896 on one Quran and burned the other versions. And those versions, be careful here, and those versions that were burned had some of the 7 letters mentioned in them. Meaning, those versions that Usman bin Affan burned, they have some of those ways of reading the Quran in them. They were burned along with them. But if he had not united the people on that good and fine work, the Islamic nation and its enemies would have had different many versions of the Quran that time and today. But let us understand about the different versions. We are talking about the ones that were with the disciple at the time from the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him himself. I hope we understand that. The copies that they have, the versions that they have, were the version that Prophet Muhammad memorized to them. So within all these versions, different readings, different pronunciations, they were all considered as one with the Prophet Muhammad because the Quran will reveal the Prophet Muhammad in them. That's what we mean. Now, some of those were as follow. Meaning some of those reading were as follow. Or some of them were read as follow. Like for instance, you have the word al-Bakr. And under a al-Bukar. And that Bakr was a part of one version, and al-Bukar was a part of another version. And you have Maisara and Maisura in different versions or way of reading. And again, Ja'at Sakarat al-Maut bil-Haq in one version, and in another version where another disciple, Ja'at Sakarat al-Haq bil-Maut in passive, in active form. But we are all the same Quran. Now, then after the death of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Islamic expedition, thousands of people came from all over the Islamic nation and the Inics to learn the Holy Quran from the disciples. That used to read the Quran with different versions based on the 7 letters as it was revealed to the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him. For example, one could read from disciple A, Ja'at Sakarat al-Maut bil-Haq, and from disciple B, Ja'at Sakarat al-Haq bil-Maut. They are all the same. They have the same meaning, but it's a little slight difference between them. Well, it's not affecting anything at all. Now, then again, those that came to learn the Quran did not read from one disciple. Some of them read little from Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, little from Ubay ibn Qab, little from Zayd ibn Sabit, little from Ali ibn Abi Talib, some from Usman ibn Affan, and little from Abu Bakr Siddiq, with different versions based on the 7 letters as we mentioned. As we mentioned, that caused a lot of narrations and stopping points, vowels, marks, sounds. And then the people started condemning each and other version, that which made our master Usman bin Affan afraid that those differences may lead the people to great division, that which made him to have decided to write one standard version to unite the people on that and burned the rights of the versions. And that standard version copy were sent to all the Islamic annexes. Therefore, imagine that the Quran copy being without any doubt, vowels, mark, sound, number of verses. That means he did not unite the people to one narration, but to one drawing that is in our hands today. In order everyone to confirm with that drawing or that Usman drawing during his reign. The drive was done in Masjid An-Nabawi in Medina in the presence of all the disciples that time, and all of them approved it, meaning he did not force them to accept the version but or that version, but with their consent. When our master Osman ordered that all should conform with the Quran, with one Quran, certain readings were forbidden. Example, in kanat zakiyatan wahida. I'm sorry, there was a slight mistake. There was a kanat. In kanat zakiyatan wahida. This one was omitted. It did not come in Usman drawing. The one is in Surah Yasin. It is in kanat sayhatan wahida. That's what is with us today. But this one, in kanat zakiyatan wahida, was omitted. Now, and again, waja'at sakarat al-haq bil maut, that was omitted. Usman, that did not come in Usman copy, so it was considered omitted. Now, but for my surah and my surah were accepted and kept because they were all the same by the Usman drawing. You yourself can see the drawing right on the screen. Therefore, when Usman copy was written, some words were omitted because of differences in meanings, and the rest were kept, such as Al-Bakr, as we say, and Al-Bakr. When you look at the drawing are the same. My surah and my surah, you see the drawing are the same. Without no vowels, you will see the drawing are the same. Lahab and Lahab, the drawing are the same. Without the vowels and the sounds and the automatics. And you have Tabayanu and Tasabatu. You will see they are the drawing looking the same. So they all came in the Usman copy, and they were kept and they were accepted by the entire disciples. On this, we have ended part 2 of our lecture on the nature of the Quran, and watch for part 3 in 2 weeks. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.